So the first Paramount card of the year of UFC 324 was a crazy event, bro. I'm not gonna lie, there was nothing but bangers, but the one I really want to talk about is Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett. Man, talk about a chin made of something, bro. Like, his chin is pretty much granite, Paddy Pimblett, bro. I was not expecting him to eat so many shots like that and not be put out. Like, don't get me wrong, he was getting rocked a bit and he was getting knocked down. I think he got knocked down like once or twice, maybe 3 times. But the level of chin just keep eating those is insane to me. I never seen somebody eat shots like that and not be put out. Like, if he didn't have durability, bro would have been out in the first round. It's actually insane. Like, he really didn't mean Scousers do not get knocked out, because the chin on him is actually insane. But man, I got my prediction. I picked Gaethje. A lot of people weren't picking Gaethje. I don't know why, because Gaethje was a good underdog in my opinion. I understand there was the grappling threat, but where has Paddy Pimblett showed this level of grappling where he could just take down Gaethje with ease? I haven't seen it ever in his career. I've been said this. I said this during my prediction video, and I got that right. Like, he's not Charles Oliveira. He's not Khabib Nurmagomedov. He's not those fighters. He doesn't have that level of grappling to get Gaethje down. On the ground, it might have been different. Like, if he got the takedown, or like he ended up in like a weird scramble to like get a sub or something, I do think he would have subbed Gaethje, but it never got there to the extent where he's on top or he's on bottom where he could get these submissions. Like, every time he ended up on the ground, Gaethje got up immediately or went to Paddy's neck to just sit there. So Gaethje had a smart strategy there. But yeah, that was one of the main reasons why I didn't understand why people were picking Paddy, because he never shown that level of grappling threat to be able to just take down Gaethje with ease and get a sub. Like, I understand the sub threat, but I just never saw it happening. Plus, if Charles Oliveira, Khabib Nurmagomedov is not getting Gaethje down, I don't know why people thought Paddy would be able to, because he never had a good single, he never had a good double, or even like a great back take. So I don't know. I kind of get it, but at the same time I don't. But on the note of the fight, I don't understand what Gaethje was going for in moments. Like, he kind of just, he felt like old Gaethje. Like, he tried to engage and have no defense at all. Like, it literally reminded me of Gaethje versus Johnson, Gaethje versus Dustin the first time. Like, he fought kind of dumb. Like, I don't understand what he was doing there. Like, he hasn't fought that dumb in like literally years. And I was worried, because what are you doing, man? You're trying to risk my pick here. Like, I picked you for a reason. But I think the reason why he fought so dumb is he realized he could eat the shots and not worry about it. That's what it looked like to me, because when Paddy would land a big shot, it didn't really hurt Gaethje that much to like back down. Because usually when you land a big shot on Gaethje, he does kind of take a step backwards and kind of regroup a bit, and then he'll come back forward to try to engage with you. But he didn't do it this time. He took the shot and then he just kept throwing back and just putting on the pressure against Paddy. Literally fought like Homer Simpson. It was crazy. It was like seeing like a flashback from old times, you know? Freaking Gaethje back doing the same thing he used to do. Why would you do that on the fight? I pick you though. Like, all of a sudden you never want to fight like that. He never fought like that in years. Why? But he does it when I pick him. Like, I don't understand. You fought technical against Fiziev, and then I don't know. I don't get it. It worked to his benefit, but at the same time, it was worrisome watching the fight, because I thought Paddy was going to KO him in some exchanges. Like, man, I was so worried in that fight. But I'm just glad I got the pick. And the fight was awesome. I will rewatch this fight probably after I make this, honestly. It was absolutely insane. Then again, maybe not, because it was kind of one-sided in moments. Because Paddy wasn't really throwing much on a lot of occasions, but he'll just have the chin, and I'd just be like, what the freak? How did he not go out cold? I'm starting to notice it was a lot of those. Like, how did he not go out cold? How are you eating these shots? How are you still alive? Like, that was more of the occasions than me being like, oh shoot, Paddy landed this big shot. Oh, he just hurt Gaethje there. Even though he did in moments, but there wasn't a lot of that. There was more of just Gaethje just beating him up, and me going again like, oh shoot, how did you eat that? I feel bad for you. Why are you still in there? Are you gonna quit? Like, there was more of that than me going, oh, he did good. So maybe not. Maybe it wasn't that competitive if I remember. But then again, I did give Paddy 2 rounds if I remember correctly. Like, I gave him round 3 and 5. So wait, I think he hurt Gaethje in round 5, and then he did well in round 3. But I still gave it to Gaethje. I gave him 3-2 decision. I think that was the scorecard I gave them. And I think most people did, but I'm not sure. But Paddy did decent. It reminded me of watching like Apollo versus Rocky. I don't know if any of you guys saw the movie. It was pretty good, the first one. Rocky would get beat up for most of the movie. Nothing really goes on until like we get to the later rounds, and then he'll start to come back, and then he wins a couple, and then he has a moral victory, having a decent performance against like a world champion. But this one's Gaethje, so it's not crazy, but for the expectation people had for Paddy, well, the majority of people, he did good, I think. I think he did well. A lot of people thought he was going to sub him, but I didn't think so. But he did better than I thought he was going to do. So on that note, that's pretty good for Paddy, in my opinion. It was kind of a moral victory because he didn't get absolutely outclassed. He didn't get brutally dominated. He kind of had like a Leon Edwards against Nate Diaz moment. He lost the fight, but he had moments where he was still in there type thing. So he wins a moral victory. But also, the way they were fighting that fight was actually kind of sad in moments because I was not expecting him to look so sloppy. I knew Paddy would look sloppy. I didn't expect Gaethje to look that bad, but then again, he was trying to fight like he used to for some reason. Maybe he did have staph infection and he was just trying to finish them early so he doesn't have to worry about gassing in the later rounds. So maybe that's why he was fighting so dumb, but I can't figure it out really. I'm going with he just wasn't scared of the power, but still, it was a dumb move on him in my opinion, but I don't know. Great fight. Not technically, but great fight when it comes to being a scrap. It was pretty good to watch live, and I'm going to rewatch it. Again, just saying there. But what's next for Paddy Pimblett? I think you should give him Gamrot. I think that's the best case scenario for Paddy. He's an easy matchup. He doesn't have to worry about the power on the feet. He has jiu-jitsu threat if it does hit the ground. So, I don't know. I think I'll go Paddy in that matchup. Especially you want to keep him around the top 5 range. If you want him there to be your top contenders, give him Gamrot. I feel like stylistically it's an easy matchup, and people will see it as a good win for Paddy Pimblett. Now for Gaethje, he's gonna get cooked tremendously by Ilya. I ain't seen nothing where I was gonna be like, maybe Gaethje could be a little tricky here against Ilya. Maybe he'll do better in the first round, but he's going out cold. It's kind of rough for Gaethje there. Like, even though he won, he didn't really win. You know, freaking is those type of beat. Like, he got like a worse challenge ahead of him, bro. Like, he's not going to be able to do the same thing what he did to Paddy right now. You're going to have to be a little bit more technical. And even then, I don't think you being technical is going to work against Ilya Topuria. So that's kind of a rest for Gaethje. Ilya puts him out cold, and that's pretty much it for him, honestly. Like, I don't know what else Gaethje could do in that fight other than just get KO'd. So I wish Gaethje a happy retirement after he fights Ilya because, it's going to be a bad night for him. But that's pretty much all I could discuss here. There's nothing else to really talk about in this fight, but this card was amazing though. I'll say that. I loved it. There was nothing but finishes for the most part, and even they came in random moments in some of the fights because they'll come like literally at the buzzer. I think like 3 of the fights came like that. Like, it was insane. I loved the fight. I got my predictions right for the most part, except for like 3, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed this card. I hope everything went well for you guys. And that's pretty much it for this video. There's nothing else to really add on other than, yeah. I hope you liked the video, and I tend to keep making videos from now on, especially now. Especially when I have some time now. Like, before I didn't have no time, so I'll try to make more videos more consistently. So that's pretty much it. I hope you liked the video, and that's it. God bless all you guys.